I get to get back to work. Hey, shine like gold. They don't want story, man, they want the soundbite. I'm like, no, look around like they see you on the mountain, they don't see you on the climb. Right, me and all of mine in the power line. Look at this and what you find. Right,
shimmer, lights, flicker, all this.
Hey, what is going on, guys? This is Empower Ed. I am Josh Levin, the founder and master electrician of Empowered Electric, and welcome, man. Thanks a ton for hitting that subscribe button, turning on those post notifications. We're trying to hit you with a video every week. Aaron and Brett are pissed because we fell a little bit behind, but thanks a ton, man. And we hope that this is a little closer view at all things electrical, whether you're a DIYer at home, I love your comments, or you're just getting into the trade and you're an apprentice and you're too scared to ask your journeyman how to put in a blunder plug because you've asked him 55 times or 55 questions today and you're scared. I'm glad you've come to YouTube. So be sure to subscribe it, share it, all that kind of stuff. I hinted on what we're going to talk about today, right? Blunder plugs. Most commonly, what you're going to use is a 1/2 inch or a 3/4 KO plug. Okay, I know I'm saying this word and you're like, what the hell is it? Well, a blunder. What's a blunder? It's a mistake. So anytime you're knocking out holes in your boxes, you know, you got a 4 box, there's 1/2 inch and 3/4 knockouts, and you knock out that 3/4, and then you realize, crap, my MC cable actually goes into a 1/2 inch. So you knock out your 1/2 inch, you plug it in, but then you have that 3/4 hole. Now, chances are, if you're not running another conduit to it, what are you gonna do? I've seen some pretty crappy stuff, okay? I've seen duct tape wrapped over it. I've seen 2 screws with washers trying to close it. These blunder plugs are what that job or what that screw up are meant for. So even though it's such a simple thing, I just wanted to kind of show you guys the best way I found to install them. It's gonna happen, mistakes happen, and rather than getting yelled at by your journeyman or foreman, watch this video and I'll show you how to do it. So here's an example of a box where we had a 3/4 inch conduit home run coming in, right? And then we had a 3/4 inch conduit going up. And now we have a hole right here. Now, some people would just put the cover on, call it good. There's no circuits in there. It's a code violation. You can't leave something like this, whether it's in a panel board, a junction box, whatever, okay? You can't leave that. So what you wanna do is you wanna start with the blunder plug, okay? Can you see that? Are you close up here? One side is smooth, the other side has these ridges. The smooth side is gonna go out here, and those ridges are gonna go inside. Now, they're kind of bent in a weird way that makes it so when they pop in, they won't pop out. But a lot of times, you can't just push it in. And if you take your linemen's and hit it, sometimes the tabs will bend wonky and it won't work. And sometimes, really bad, you hit your gosh darn finger in the middle of winter, it breaks open the skin and you bleed everywhere. It's very specific because it happened. So what I like to do is I'll grab my linemen's, okay? I'll grab this and I'll kind of bend a couple of them in. Just kind of work your way around. Can you see that, Brett? Sorry, we got Brett and Aaron with the camera crew. You seen that, Brett? Am I bending a lot or a little? Okay? Don't smash them in, just a little bend in, and watch this. Boom, baby, now it popped in. But if it goes in real easy, well, damn, it goes out real easy, right? So what you do is you push that in, and then you gotta bend those tabs back out. So Brett, why don't you get a close-up of this? Can you see that? Sorry, I'm trying to stay out of the frame, guys. Did you see that catch of a Sharpie? Freaking magician over here, people. So you go in here and you grab these tabs and you bend them back, okay? You see that? See that? You catching that? Catching my drift? There ain't no way that thing's coming out now, right? That is as secure as ever. Now, if you did need to get it out, take your flathead screwdriver, hit it, pop it out. It's gonna pop out, okay? But that's the easiest way to just put one in a box that has no wire. You take your blunder plug, bend those tabs in a little bit, push it in, pull them back out. Make sense? Let me show you a more complicated one. So in this box we come to, it's a bow jangle dangle mess, okay, right? There's a lot of wires in there, there's a lot of wire nuts. You wanna get these wires to the side because this is the conduit, this is the pipe that we're taking out. Now, whatever the reason is, whether we didn't need it or what, you can't just leave a connector in there with no pipe. So I'm gonna grab a 1/2 inch blunder plug. Now, 1/2 inch blunder plugs and 3/4 inch blunder plugs are what you're gonna use the majority of the time. They do make big mother truckers, right? They make 1 inch, 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches, 2 inch. Those things are huge, and you want to use those if you're needing to put a blunder plug in like a big like 12 by 12 junction box or a panel board or something like that. A lot of times what people try to do is take a 4-square box cover and self-tap it in. That's not allowed, number one, and number two, you're putting screws inside the box. Now, can you look and see why it would be bad to put screws facing inside the box with a bunch of wires? You could nick one, you could score one, it could short, it could blow up, you could shock yourself, then you fall off the ladder, then you're editing YouTube videos for the rest of your life because you can't be an electrician, okay? That's not what you want to do. So in this box, before we smash the blunder plug in, you want to get the wires and bend them out of the way, okay? Did that. Then, just like the last time, which you can use your linemans or you can use needle nose. This time I'm using needle nose and you'll see why. Just give them a little bend. Don't bend them a lot. If you bend them too much, and these are just little thin tabs, they can break, which then a sharp piece of metal, you don't want that in the box. So bend them in, push it in, boom, it just goes right in, people. Then with your linemans, because there's much less space, bend those tabs back, okay? Another tool you can use is your channel locks or your split joint pliers. Once that blunder plug's in, you could push those wires back. Nothing's gonna get scored. Put a cover on. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna pass inspection here on our electrical wall. One of the things about being a good craftsman is, dude, stuff doesn't have to look perfect. It needs to look professional. And I always say, if your head goes, it's probably wrong. Try it, make it look better. So there's that 1/2-inch blunder plug.